What's up, everybody? So, we are here today. Actually, I'm not going to know why I say we. I am here today working on the FC. So, from the last video, I had somewhere over here, I had an injector that was stuck open. 99% sure they was stuck open, so we unplugged it and the car seemed to run much better. Obviously, one cylinder down. So, I got all brand new injectors. I still haven't got the Holley kit yet, so I won't have the Holley injectors and things like that. And because I don't know the tune, I simply know that it's on an HP tuner. So I had to just order the exact same 850cc injectors. So they're HPI. It's pretty much the cheapest brand on Amazon. That's probably the reason I'm having issues. But then again, I ran close to 60 events on those without having any issues, or enough of an issue that I would even notice. So I probably have been having problems with them or the coils so I just to save time and get ready for the next weekend, which is COTA, I ordered the exact same injectors and we're going to put them in. So as I stated, just cheap. I mean, it was like $300. So I'm pretty sure that's the cheapest and stupidest injectors probably out there. But like I said, they worked. They've been working fine in the car. Only one was bad. I am just going to err on the side of caution and change all of them out. So kind of what I've noticed, because this, of course, is a Mazda with a aluminum 5.3 GM motor in it. And ethanol rails. It's got a couple of little things that you have to do. So this is an old one. I have to actually reuse the sleeve and the O-ring on the new injectors from the old ones. So it's kind of, I don't know. It makes me a little nervous, just because, yeah, it's fuel and all that. So I've got to pop these sleeves off, put them on the new injector, and then swap the O-rings out. All right, well, got those in, and I don't know. It's weird that holds that is what holds all of the fuel down and all that fun stuff. So I went ahead and lubed all the O-rings. I got the fuel rails back down and tight. I made sure I actually got them in the holes, and so now I'm gonna try and just turn it on and see if I have fuel pouring out. All right, so go ahead and cut the video right there and kind of bring you up to speed. So I had major issues at LS Fest. I tried to do really good and debut the car, the new wrap, all that fun stuff. And that since September, the car had actually ran right. It ran good. It was driving good. The tune was right. Everything was good. I was getting fuel. And so it reminded me of a few other things that I had going on previously with the car that needed to be fixed. One, heat soak in the starter. It was so bad I did one parade lap at LS Fest and then had to be push started by a bunch of guys just to do my competitive run, which I failed miserably. The second thing was the shifter bushing and actually just the original F-body or Camaro T56 shifter that I had. It was just really sloppy, really loose. It's never been swapped out, anything like that. And it leaked pretty bad. So that's what started this entire project that I'm about to show you and kind of update you on, and then catch up, finish the video out. So we went with Tick Performance and got the short throw shifter system for the T56. They have the CNC grooved. It has a CNC groove in the bottom of it, so they can retain a gasket. You don't have to RTV it down. So I love that. I love the short throw about it, and it has a strong centering spring because I was having issues, as you can see here.
Yesterday in qualifying, he had his first qualifying lap was pretty rough, but he said his stick shift broke in half, and he had to like stab his hand to shift the rod. But anyways, here we go. Lewis Lawn's out front. Whoa, Jason, what are you doing, buddy? Get on that throttle. Lewis Lawn's gotta play catch up as he makes his way into that outside zone. Lewis Lawn looks like he's doing a good job going out that outside zone. Oh, Lewis putting the car where it needs to be. Jason, and I think it comes down to it almost seems like he let up.
I was having issues with shifting into fifth, and then honestly, like someone said, I was just straight up playing the lottery. I didn't know what gear I was going to go into. I do know how to shift, but I wasn't getting any help. So that's all I was supposed to do, was swap out the simple throw shifter in the transmission. So got that out without having to drop the transmission, and as I went to put the new one back in, I realized I was going to have to drop it. So that led to being able to see access to the exhaust, which led to kind of a heat management absolute mayhem. I went crazy on DEI and Amazon and got everything and anything I could for heat management, including the exhaust wrap. So I'm gonna spin you around. So like I said, I've done quite a bit of work without filming. I really got unmotivated, as I kind of explained, but now I'm back. Hopefully we'll give it another good shot. But as you can see here, I will post up photos of what it looked like beforehand. It was just simply aluminum foil. Aluminum foil, really worn out, cruddy wires. And so what I went through is kind of redid the wiring, rerouted them, redid the burnt ones, and then I put this heat sleeve. It's a Velcro heat sleeve that you can put on, and I wrapped every single wire that was down there. These, underneath this tape right here, is even wrapped. You can see it's wrapped in that, and then I just put the gold on there to be a little flashy. Even this power line is wrapped. I went ahead and did the gold tape because it is silly cheap on the entire top half of the firewall. And I'm gonna work on this part of the firewall right there today while the exhausts are out. And so I did do that just because I've seen quite a few people doing it. We'll see if it works. Mainly the issue is because it sucks air from right here. So that's maybe just turning into aesthetics and kind of making everything match. I did add this piece of wrap right here. I think it looks really cool with the little face right there. So once again, shout out to the Regenstein. I've never actually talked about it, but I hit up the Regenstein. He does my main sponsor, which is Teal. He did a lot of their some of their designs and their tent design and stuff like that, and so that's how we got connected. And looking through his portfolio, he is, I mean, looking at this car, he knows exactly what he's doing. So big shout out to him. It's got him supported everywhere I can. So I went ahead and went with the titanium spark plug boots. I wanted to find some pink ones, but wasn't available. So I just went ahead and stuck with these. I think they'll match just fine. I have got the Y-pipe kind of wrapped. I went ahead and wrapped all of this down here, all of that. The main issue right now is this is what faces up directly into the tunnel, and this is a big old crack and hole, and probably why I was suffocating from not only E85 fumes, but just dying of heat and the transmission tunnel burning my arm. So we're going to get that fixed today, and then we're going to finish wrapping this. But the big deal, and kind of why I'm going to set you up, is we are going to rewrap the headers. So if any of you follow along or care to, this car was Taylor Ray's. Yes, I know. It is now mine. I have hopefully made it my own. It is nothing to do with that anymore. And it's been a great car. So at that time, it, as many people knew and remember and consistently remind me that this car caught on fire a bunch of times. It's probably why I've had problems, blah, blah, blah. No. So if you actually go back and watch some of the videos, this car caught on fire because the old motor was soaking the wrap on the exhaust. And so when Taylor Ray put the newish motor out of the original Miata motor back into this car and went to test it to tandem with Cletus, it kept catching on fire on Cletus's track and on both sets of videos. So that's what people continuously remind me and, you know, are worried about. But all it was the original motor was leaking and soaking the heat wrap for the exhaust. And so you can see right here, and after that happened to Taylor multiple times at Cletus, at OSWs, he finally ripped it all off. And then it transferred hands, and then it became a stance car. And then I got it and converted it back to a drift car like it's supposed to be. And now converted it to what you see as it is right now. So after all of that nonsense, for whatever reason, just to explain and kind of share my what I have to kind of deal with when people do realize that it's Taylor Ray's car, I'm going to rewrap the exhaust. I don't have any exhaust. I don't have any coolant, oil, fuel, any kind of leaks up front, and I have it, knock on wood, in the entire ownership of the car. I've had a few fuel issues and stuff like that, but that's all been fixed. Needless to say, there's no more fluids getting down in there. I'm having a heat management issue, so I'm going to rewrap the exhaust, and that's what you're about to get to watch. barely. Just not even really. We didn't really beat the rain, but I got the majority of it done. That was 200 feet of this wrap, and it is still not enough. Just got this welded and fixed, but I still need, I'm gonna have to get another 50-foot roll just to do this bottom half. That puts me right about there where my finger is where the rear of my butt is. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do the remainder of this. I have my inspectors here, but excuse me, I got them done. I got the headers done, wrapped, finalized. I have been watching a lot of Jimmy Oaks lately and took a lot of notes, and so the top halves are all held on by wrapping themselves. And then if you can tell in the time lapse, I did wrap these single ones individually and then put a goofy, which people tell me not to do, but I put a goofy little stainless steel zip tie in there. But I use the other wrap to go all the way around, and then the continuous wrap is then held in by a screw clamp. So I did that on all of these, and it should be good. I mean, you are in the way. Like, really in the way. Say hello. That's Pigsley. Yoda. Yep. Anyway, so we've got the headers done. Halfway of the Y pipe, I have got brand new gaskets, just straight up GM multi-layer gaskets. Yeah, I got the spark plug wire protectors in. Everything is now heat shielded. I mean, I can't do much else. After this, I'm hoping I shouldn't have any more starter issues. I am going to end up replacing the starter before I go out. It's a brand new starter, has 2 events on it, but it's already been heat soaked and acted up on me. And so talking with a few people, I'm doing all this work. I might as well just go ahead and warranty it out, get a brand new starter, and start out fresh. That way I can kind of know exactly what's going on. But just because, like, literally all I did was buy the tick shifter, short throw shifter, and it led into all of this. This was much needed maintenance for this car. Now that the engine is running good, I'm trying to get more competitive. I can't be competitive if my car has to be push started every time I turn it off on track. So that's really why I've gone absolutely ballistically crazy on this heat soak issue. I also have a lot of ride-along events scheduled, planned. Now that I have this car back in the new wrap, it's going to be it should be pretty good. I should be getting quite a bit of ride-alongs versus, you know, the old G over there. It's tried and trusted, but it's not flashy. No one wants to pay $40 to ride in it, but with this car, they will. And the e-brake was always getting very hot. So, like, after 3 or 4 laps, I would have to tell ride-along passengers, hey, you know, be careful. I always had like a blanket here, a heat blanket, and then I would have microfibers wrapped around it, and just warn people. And you could kind of tell it would kind of scare them a little. I mean, that shit was smoking hot. So that is kind of what we're going to do. We are going to end up putting another motorcycle heat blanket inside the transmission tunnel, wedged between the transmission and the actual metal of the tunnel. So that, I mean, like I said, I am not taking any chances. I'm going to put a heat blanket back here to stop heat soaking my pad, which tells me all of my information while I'm driving. Huge shout out, Grip Royal. Got a brand new boot from them. I did get a custom made shift knob from them, but with the hardened spring inside here, I can feel it cracking as I'm trying to go over into reverse, which is a hard swing anyway. So I went ahead and got, bam, Mishimoto iridescent chrome one. It's gonna make this whole interior pop, along with the purple Grip Royal. Yeah, other than that, We got Florida weather here in Texas. It's been raining for like 3 weeks now. We've got just an amazing wrap. I mean, I'll get out and show some more of this and actually show it off, but this was a nice intro back into making videos, hopefully to kind of catch back into the algorithm, because I did fall off. I get it. Crappy car, same car. This car was broken, same 2 tracks. So this year we're going to change it up a little. We're going to try to get some more tracks. We're going to do more competitions. We're going to definitely be in the Lone Star Pro-Am, in the RX-7, and hopefully be pretty competitive with those guys and try to earn my way into them, and you know, get to be able to go do COTA and actually drift some of the fun tracks and stuff like that. But yeah, until then, appreciate every one of you, and if you could please like, comment, and subscribe. I mean, just a simple comment like, woo, car looks cool, love the gold, hate the gold, you're ugly, your hair's long, whatever, dude. It seriously, it bumps the video up, and I greatly appreciate any kind of feedback, negative or positive. See you on the flip side. Woo.